Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively we're the Office Blokes.
Yeah.
And talking of American football and NFL and stuff, how are your teams doing, you guys?
Mine not so good.
6-1.
6-1. That's pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah, cool.
We won like 2, I think, all season. That's it.
Fair enough.
So
So you're 2 and 5.
yeah, I couldn't remember how many it was.
That's the case.
Something like that. Yeah,
Mm.
2 and 5. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, not great. How are you doing, Dave?
7-0.
7-0.
7-0. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think you're 6-0.
7-0.
When did they play?
As of yesterday.
That was yesterday, was it?
Yeah.
Last night.
They won again, did they?
Yep,
Who
go
did they
Birds.
play?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Did they beat the Steelers?
Yep.
Score?
All I'll tell you
was
is
any last night.
I'll tell you
Today?
is the Eagles had more than the
Monday.
Steelers.
Oh, wait a minute. I've not watched any this week. I've been out all weekend, so I've not seen any football this weekend.
I get most of it from
So it's
Instagram.
eight-
To be fair.
so I don't know how the Giants went on this weekend. To be fair, I've not
Right.
checked.
Right.
Yeah.
I missed it all. Was it the football?
What do you
all
think $1 million gets you at the Super Bowl?
Mate, I'd want to play.
Yeah.
For that, I want to be the starting quarterback.
It's a lot of money in it. $1 million. I mean, you'd have to have absolutely everything, but I mean, you'd have to get like a
Be a box of 10.
all the food, drinks, everything included.
Great Cuban cigars, some rare brandy.
Maybe a copy of the ring. What's the ring's called that they get?
Super Bowl ring.
Is that, I thought it was actual. Maybe a Super Bowl ring as well. I don't know. You'd have to get a lot for $1 million. Although I'm guessing even the cheapest seats cost a hell of a lot as well for a Super Bowl final.
I'd say a hell of
Giselle Bundchen at halftime during the halftime show, when something like that.
well, maybe you get some alone time with Rihanna.
meet and greet
the next one.
half-time thing.
I want to do the team talk, or I want to play.
You may get
Yes.
some of these. I mean, you're not going to get to play,
I've actually done a team talk for a professional team.
but football team.
Yeah.
Oh, who's that?
Crystal Palace.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I did the halftime team talk once.
Yeah.
Nice.
How'd you get on?
I just fucking didn't know what to say, did I? I was put on the spot. I didn't expect it.
Come on,
He went,
lads,
what do you
can
think?
do it.
And I was like, well, fucking get out then. People don't fucking come here paying money and all that shit. If you're
Yeah.
just fucking playing like shit.
You've got to
I
keep,
went that route.
Yeah,
you've got,
did you?
You've got to ham it up like a movie, and you've got to be like, you guys, you go out there,
Yeah.
and you play for the lads.
I'm like, the fucking fans have come here paying money and you're playing like shit. I said, fucking get out there and let them fucking understand that you've got passion in there, that you want to play. I said, because they've paid their good. Some people can't even afford to come. And I went down all that route.
Some of your fans can't
I'm like,
afford to
I'm not
eat.
even a Palace fan. I'm not even a Crystal Palace fan. I'm just like, just giving it the bigger sort of thing.
One thing you don't want is a helicopter in and out of the stadium, because we've seen that end badly
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah, maybe.
So let's get into it. What $1 million gets you at the Super Bowl?
Do y'all see where I am? We in the most expensive seat of the most expensive stadium in the world, allegedly. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This kinda nice.
This is it's SoFi Stadium.
Welcome to Inglewood, California, home of SoFi Stadium, the Los Angeles Chargers, and more important, the Los Angeles Rams. It's a stunning, state-of-the-art super stadium in the middle of one of LA's most iconic neighborhoods. This is also going to be the host to the 2022 Super Bowl between the
Bengals,
and the
Rams.
and at $5 billion, this is the most expensive stadium ever built in the world's history. Today, we're gonna find out why the this place costs so much money. I'm gonna see everything from the nosebleeds to the full VIP experience, because this is all access. Let's go.
What's that, 5 billion?
It's a bill.
Yeah, I feel it. We watched
Watched the video on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
just
they
couldn't
don't
remember how
say-
much it was, but God, that's a lot of money, that.
When you go stadiums, the first thing I always look for is what sort of hospitality you're going to get when you get in there, whether it be just in the regular seats or whether you go to an actual hospitality box or
Yeah.
suite or whatever you may
Yeah.
go to. And I'll tell you what, best one I've been to in the UK, Spurs.
I was going to say,
It's mint.
was that a billion or something?
Yeah, I think it was a billion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
billion
that's
pounds
5
bill,
times
that's
more.
5. Yeah. I mean, it's a few years after, but
Yeah.
Spurs Stadium is what, 3 years old?
I guess it is,
3,
isn't it?
4 years old.
Yeah, something like that.
But it's Spurs Stadium, and for me, it's the best stadium in the country I've
Yeah.
been to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I've heard and from what you've said, because you've actually physically been there, haven't you?
Yeah.
I guess that's true. So even in like the normal seats and stuff,
Every stadium in the Premier League I've been to.
yeah, all of
I've
them.
done them all. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, there's not one in the Premier League I've not been to.
fair enough.
And Spurs is the best,
Yeah, fair play.
but it's in the worst. Either United or Newcastle. I'm not saying United because it's because of the.
It's like because of facilities and stuff. Or,
Yeah, it's an old stadium, and where they sit, is a bit shit, and where Newcastle City is a bit shit. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
So but they're all both old stadiums, and Newcastle you have to walk up fucking 20 flights of stairs.
So you're really, really high up there,
close
aren't
to the
you?
moon.
Yeah,
When you're on the fucking pitch.
it is. It's you're up in the gods there, aren't you? Without a doubt. Yeah, we definitely needs money spent on it, Old Trafford, which
It
is
was
something
Burnley.
supposed to
I'd give that. I'd normally say Burnley, but they're not in the Premier League anymore. But that's a shit stadium.
Yeah.
As well. It's too old.
Yeah.
Bench seating still.
Really?
This looks mint.
It does. Looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Damn, 50-yard line. At a typical stadium, you don't get the same open air feel. Imagine Sunday night football, the Super Bowl, everybody running out the tunnel, and you right here on the 50-yard line. You feel the plush in these seats? You know, usually there's plasticky seats, and depending on how old your stadium is, you don't get the comfort of something like this. Shit. It don't get too much better than this. You know, they ain't tell me how much the seat was gonna cost, but if I had to guess, it's a few thousand for you. And for the Super Bowl, I couldn't even call it.
You might not believe this, but the seat I'm sitting in right now, it'll run you at least $80K.
I can believe that.
Y'all, they done got me up here in the bleeds.
Wow.
Newcastle away.
It's a big difference compared to when we were on the middle of the field. These seats, they plastic. The plush is gone. Up here, all you can really do is get drunk and fist fight. I ain't really gonna swivel or shake too much because if I tumble my ass down, I'll make it to the 50-yard line.
Oh, Jesus, I could sit there.
That's disconcerting.
Nah. What you got to remember is I've been to stadiums like this where it's steep. Like United's quite steep.
Yeah.
When you go United, but I tell you what, I've gone Southampton, right? When we scored, I've gone 4 or 5 rows down.
Really?
Tumbled over, yeah. I lost the kids one time because I went so far down, and the kids had disappeared. And when I got up, I'm like,
Where they were.
my knees were cut, my elbows were all cut, and all that. And I'm like, looking around like, and I've lost the kids.
Then it's rolled offside for VAR.
And then my missus is like, "Where's the kids?" I'm like, I'll put them on in a bit. They're busy. They're in the toilet.
Yeah.
Signal's bad down there.
It's like one fucking job.
I ain't really gonna swivel or
That's- I
shake
couldn't
too
say- I
much
couldn't
because
say
if I
that.
tumble my ass down, I'll make it to the.
Oh,
That's disconcerting.
I mean,
that.
I'm not keen on heights anyway, and that put me right off that. I couldn't do it.
Sure, it's different when it's full of people and there's an atmosphere and stuff, but that's just weird.
You can tell how high he is as well, because when they're shooting him from the front, you can see the whole of his legs and everything. There's nothing.
But you go like Barcelona, Real Madrid.
Yeah.
This is where they seat you as well. Things like
Yeah,
that.
Barcelona's steep as well, isn't it?
Yeah, steep. Yeah.
Wow.
Huge
didn't realise it's that steep,
stadium,
though.
though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, massive.
The 50-yard line.
Man, I ain't standing up. Yeah, it's scary up there? It's scary. It's scary as shit up here, man.
Ooh, get from up here.
Wow.
Come here real quick. I want to show you something. Shh, we gotta go quick. Ooh, it's the best grass money can buy.
It's immaculate.
That's just a
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
love to do that.
Man, I don't know how the
Have a
hell
lie
they
down.
do it in the NFL.
Send it
Yeah.
It's hot as shit in this stadium. It's humid as shit. They said LA don't got no humidity. They lied their ass off.
Hey, Tyler, you look exhausted. You've been
Oh,
running around
man.
too much. Sunday Night Football, you gotta get rest.
Exactly, man. Thanks for having us, man.
Is he wearing like Timberland sliders?
These sliders, them.
Not
They,
sliders.
they look like there's no back to him. They're kind of like Crocs,
Yeah, they're like
almost.
Crocs,
Yeah,
like
right.
So tell tell me about some of the stuff we should see if you come in SoFi.
Well, you're on field level, right? So you got the Bootsy Bellows nightclub lounge here in the corner.
Ooh, I like
you got
that.
the SoFi Social Club, the best place to watch football in the NFL,
Okay.
lowest railing in the NFL, closest
me,
seat
That's you.
to any
Yeah,
players.
that's
This
where
is the
you'll be.
greatest place to see the action up close. But there are no bad seats at SoFi Stadium.
I feel like I can see everything on the field no matter where I am.
Everything is meant to be open, airy. You got this beautiful canopy above. You feel like, hey, I'm outdoors, but you're covered from all the elements. It's the most vertical stadium in the world, so that means every seat is closer than any other comparable seat to any other stadium.
We're not actually at regular ground level, right?
No, we're 100 feet down, so the deepest hole stadium-wise in the world. It's 22 acres
Is it?
by 100 feet down.
Yeah.
It's 7 million cubic tons of dirt that we removed to build this stadium. When you get in, you enter on level 6 out of 8 levels.
When City Stadium was built,
Yeah.
it was built for the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
And then when City took over it, the second tier on City was ground level.
Oh, right, was it?
So when they built it, they dug down, and then all the bottom, the lower levels,
right,
all
I see.
what they built from digging down.
Yeah. Oh, I never knew that.
So it's down. Yeah.
It's probably cheaper to build down when you think about it. If you're going from ground level up, that's a hell of a lot of material and a hell of a lot of engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Level, so everybody goes down. It makes me think of the Bob Uecker commercial. I must be in the front row.
You're in the wrong shape, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row.
I don't know who the hell that is. But tell me a bit about how this stadium even came to be. You were the one who pitched it, right?
We pitched the vision to make sure the NFL knew when they came back to LA, they had a stadium and a project worthy of the entertainment capital of the world. Hollywood Park is bigger than Vatican City. It's 3 times bigger than Disneyland. So when you start to think about a project, the scope and size to do everything that Mr. Kroenke wanted to do to bring Los Angeles to life and bring economic uplift to Inglewood, jobs, over 12,000 people worked on this site to help build it up.
Hold on, I don't want to cut you off, but it's a little loud out here. You mind if we go somewhere else?
You want to go to your suite?
I'll go to my suite. That's right.
All right, folks, time for the main event. Here's what $1 million is going to get you at the Super Bowl.
So when you go into our owner suites, there are 24 of them, and we designed them to be a place like you would gather in your kitchen to watch a game, an unbelievable island for people to gather across, and then a great view of the field. So this is the place to be on a game day if you want a top-notch experience.
Wow.
I do that.
Nice.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, this food is legit.
Wow.
I wonder where the chef's
Dinosaur
at.
meat.
We sitting here with some of the chefs behind the great food at SoFi Stadium. So the first thing I saw up in there was that tomahawk steak.
It's big and impressive, isn't it?
The bone was damn near bigger than my head. It was impressive, ain't the word for it. What are the other options though? Maybe I don't eat meat.
Well, we've got great produce and veggies from Melissa's Produce, vegan options that we've got in-house with a vegan hot dog. And then just if you need something special, we can create a menu that'll take care of you.
If there's one thing I need to eat if I'm in one of these suites, what do y'all think it is?
My choice is not just in the suites, but throughout the stadium. It's our CityLink hot dog. It's a deep fried hot dog. I think it's the best hot dog in all of sports.
In all of sport.
I'll take that one to the bank.
Super glizzy. Okay.
So clearly SoFi knows how to take care of their VIPs. But what about the rest of Inglewood?
One of the major critiques of this place has been that a lot of residents have said that it was actually pushing them out and making it so that they couldn't afford a place like this. Have you considered that, and did you consider that in your pitch to build something out here?
Certainly, when we first met with the city of Inglewood, it was, what do you need for your residents? And one of their first requests was to go build housing that would bring in middle class and upper middle class people to Inglewood, help raise the tax base.
Pause that real quick. Did he just say the city asked him to gentrify Inglewood? Let's rewind.
And one of their first requests was to go build housing that would bring in middle class and upper middle class people to Inglewood, help raise the tax base, help grow it. And I think one of the struggles is everything you talk about outside of this 300 acres.
In other words, when he said for the normal people in Inglewood that can't afford to live there, and he's just kind of backed up his point of saying we're going to bring in more wealthy people so the locals can't afford to live there.
Yeah.
So he's not answered the criticism there, he's just backed it up, hasn't he?
Sounds like it, didn't it?
Depends on whether they do affordable housing as well at the same time.
There's no such thing nowadays, I don't think. Whenever they build these affordable housing estates and stuff, I know over here it's a scam. I don't know what it's like in the States.
It's usually like a token few, isn't it?
Well, it's also shared.
Price, but then,
they do shared ownership, though, the vast majority of the time. So the affordable housing is only 50% ownership, so you've got a mortgage and rent to pay.
That's right.
And that's how they get around it.
Yeah.
It's nonsense, really.
acres certainly has risen up, and you now see Inglewood putting in rent control, putting in rent caps, doing some of those things.
I ain't trying to put words in the man's mouth, but that sounds like gentrification to me. If I'm ever gonna get the real story, I need to talk to the people of Inglewood.
What's your favorite part about SoFi Stadium?
I'd have to say the size. I love like when I'm coming off to like the 405 or the 105 and you just look over and you can see like the skyline behind the stadium.
And the energy here, the ambiance, they say if you don't make it to heaven, come to SoFi Stadium.
Dude, the TV, bro, like that's the coolest thing.
Ah, yeah, television, America's true national pastime. So when we got a screen as big as this, of course people are going to be drawn to it.
Impressive, that.
Samsung was nice enough to build us the world's first double-sided 4K, 70,000 square feet, 8mm LED board. So more LED in this building than anywhere else in the world. And when you say things are bigger in Texas, that screen is 3 times bigger than the size of AT&T Stadium.
What's going on, man? I heard you the brains behind everything, especially with this big old LED screen right here. Tell me how y'all got this in here.
Yeah, so it's so large that you can't really sort of fit it in. You have to design it first, and then you design the building around it.
How many pieces did it take to make something like this?
Oh, it came in on something like 200 semi-trucks.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it took us about 6 months, basically, from the time they started building it on the field until it was attached to the roof. But it also, because of the way it's shaped, you see that oval shape, it means that it's very close to the people that are on the top. And then if you're sitting down in the stadium bowl, you get this gorgeous, what we call the inside side. It is unlike any other stadium in the world. The energy that's created, not just with the video, but the audio elements we have up there. There's 260 speaker arrays up there that provide the audio inside of the bowl as well. So the combination of the audio and the visuals that you get around a football game is amazing.
How much y'all spend on this?
A lot.
$5 billion? A little bit more than that?
Give or take.
$5 billion to build a stadium like this. How much is going to this screen?
No comment.
Man, you know the answer. You know the
Billion.
Here's the big elephant in the room. No matter how many Rams officials you talk to in the stadium, no one will tell us exactly how much it costs. So I'm gonna ask the folks in the stadium what they know.
Probably nothing.
That'd be
Samsung.
sponsored. Yeah.
I think, like, materials-wise alone, though, there's millions and millions of dollars in there, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It might be a sponsored thing with Samsung.
Yeah, and they don't what.
So I suppose that's
could be.
their sponsorship money. Instead of putting their name on boards,
Yeah,
they build
possibly.
the TV and have their name on it permanently.
Yeah,
But they can use it as advertising and everything that goes with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, fair
Look what
point.
we've done, and then you go to other stadiums and say, look what we've done for them. We can do the same for you.
Yeah.
It's a
True,
really,
yeah, true, yeah.
really impressive thing, though, isn't
just
it? Even
unique,
just with
isn't
the
it?
shape of it, so you can see
Yeah.
it from all angles.
Don't
and
think
stuff.
anyone else has got anything like that, have they? As far as I know.
No, I've seen.
Absolutely incredible.
What do you get at Old Trafford? You get
None.
a
There's
screen.
none.
There's,
Haven't even got
there's
a-
one
no
screen.
screen.
There's one screen like that in the
Nope.
top near
No.
the scoreboard.
Nope.
Nope, not even got that.
I thought it was.
No, got a little screen with a.
When you
little-
say screen like that, you're pointing at that. You're pointing at the
Not
computer
pointing at
monitor.
this computer monitor.
Yeah, you have them in the
got
boxes.
some of that size.
You have them in the
right.
boxes.
That's what I mean,
TVs
like
in the
this,
boxes. I
not
thought you
like
meant- I thought
that.
you meant
No.
No, in the stadium they've got something like that.
Yeah, but
just
there's
on the floor, innit?
there's only two clubs in the league that don't have any big screens. It's Liverpool and United.
It's madness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's how, old the ground is, I suppose, now it needs updating.
Yeah.
Although Liverpool have been expanding the stadium, haven't they?
Yeah,
And
and
building
still
new
not
stands,
putting
but
in,
the stamp made
Yeah.
arrangements for
No.
like a screen, which
No.
is a bit bizarre to me, but if you're
But
going to
then you got
spend
West
that much,
Ham.
but
You got West Ham. It's like fucking you can't see the game because the fucking screen's in your face. Like super bright.
oh, is it?
How much you think it costs to build SoFi Stadium?
Ooh, millions.
Millions?
I have no idea.
A little bit over $1 billion or $2 billion.
A lot of money.
Well, probably over $5. 16 billion.
She's not
Hey,
wrong.
now it might be 16.
Is that Paris Hilton?
Yeah.
What did she say? 16 billion? She'd know, wouldn't she?
Is it?
$5. 16 billion.
Hey, now it might be 16.
Something crazy.
More than I got.
isn't.
More than I got in my checking account. I read an article with like $5 billion.
I don't know. I don't care. I'm here to party.
I heard it's maybe in the $5 billion range.
There you go. That's right.
5 billion, man, 5 billion.
Don't get too excited about it, man. You gotta always be bigger than the numbers.
What do you think of SoFi?
I think it's beautiful, man. I call it Jericho. I think all the amenities that it has is really fitting for fans who love football.
I think when you walk into SoFi Stadium, you go, wow. I mean, you've never seen anything like it.
Man, it's the atmosphere is off the hook. It's off the chain. You gotta come here. You gotta be here.
I would say come every time you get a chance to. It's a beautiful thing. We having so much fun. We're not even done yet. We about to go out here and go up.
What's one thing you would suggest to somebody who's never come to SoFi Stadium for why they should be here?
I would say the people. The people. A lot of people here are just generally from this community, and we've never really had something besides the forum in this community. So I would say the people, the energy here is great.
You know, like growing up as a kid, we didn't have a football team, you know what I mean? So I always wonder, like, man, what would it be like? And now it's like, it's a reality. 50, 60, 70,000 Angelinos in a bowl. Like, it's pretty amazing, honestly.
It's brand new, state-of-the-art technology. It's the best place we got, and you got to support your city no matter what.
Being born and raised here, it's really exciting to have a team, you know, back in the hometown. So we're excited to support.
What's it like to be able to bring your daughter to Rams games?
It's really cool. You know, I never imagined that, you know, we'd be going to football in LA. So it's a place where she can really enjoy and she can scream and cheer. And so she's having a blast.
Oh, this is incredible. Just being right here, you just feel like you're literally in the game. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful stadium. One of the best I've ever been in my life.
Let's get ready to
What do you think he gets paid per time he says that?
Thousands.
I'd love to know because it's so iconic.
I think he does pretty well out of it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
no idea, but it's got to be a lot of money.
Yeah, wrestling. He did Andrew Schultz's special, didn't he?
That was his brother, I think.
Was it his brother?
Bruce.
Was that not Bruce Buffer?
No, Michael.
Ah, right, okay.
Right.
So it's like Michael Buffer from Wish.
Who? Bruce.
Bruce.
Michael Buffer's the bigger one.
Yeah.
It's a,
I always remember Bruce Buffer. He did WWE wrestling.
Michael
didn't he?
Buffer does all the boxing.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, man, we had a hell of a day. We in the parking lot of SoFi Stadium. We've seen the VIP seats. We've seen the nosebleeds. We've seen Ty Dolla $ign, and we've seen a few Hall of Famers, including Paris Hilton. So, man, after something like that, that's all we got. I'll see y'all on the flip. Peace.
That was great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive stadium.
But yeah, it is stunning. And it's, I'd like to go there, visit there, watch a game.
Yeah.
Whatever sport it may be, you go to watch.
I
But
think it's one of those where it'd be amazing just to walk around it anyway.
Yeah.
Even with it empty. I mean, something going on would be even better.
Yeah.
But even just to visit there.
no,
it'd
I'd
be,
like to go when it's
amazing.
full. When
Yeah,
it's,
that'd be
there's
better.
something
Yeah.
going on. Don't know, something going on. Probably the World Cup. Next World Cup's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's
Yeah.
probably where the final's going to be, I'm guessing.
That's got to be, hasn't it?
That's where the
Must be.
Super Bowl halftime show was when
Yeah.
it was
Snoop Dogg.
Eminem, Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg, Dre.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was epic.
It
Wasn't
was
it?
great, wasn't it? Yeah, we did
Yeah.
that. It's really good. What's it? It's SoFi. Is that like a product or something, or
Yeah, it will be, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know what it is.
I
myself,
don't know
but-
what they do, but they're not over here. Whatever they do,
No.
not that I know of, anyway.
I always thought it was just two words like Southern something or like
an amalgamation. Of some
Yeah.
sort.
Sounds to me
Yeah,
like,
I
sounds
thought
to me
actually,
like a
but-
technology company of some
Yeah,
sort.
it
I
probably
guess.
is. You're probably right there.
Yeah,
Especially being in that area as well.
of course.
I know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Yeah, but I don't know who they are, what
impressive.
company, what they
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Oh, it's just someone will tell us.
I mean, he showed us the $1 million suite, but I'm guessing that's not $1 million for
One ticket.
the Super Bowl or one ticket. That'll be for the box for the year, maybe $1 million.
It'd be a lot for one match, wouldn't
They
it?
called them owners' suites, didn't they? And they said
Yeah.
there's 24 of them.
I remember I got invited to the Madison Square Garden. I'm telling you, and I went
Yeah.
watching the that was in a suite, and he told me it was like for the ticket it was like $750, for the season.
Grand.
Yeah. I asked him how much it was for two. Would he give me a discount?
So that that $1 million could be one seat in the box for the year, maybe.
Well, in the Tunnel Club, right? You can buy a table of 10 in City, and it's a 3-year deal, minimum 3 years, and for 3 years is £1 million.
For 10 people for 3 years.
Yeah, and that's for 19 games.
19
Wow.
games.
Yeah.
Wow. I suppose when you factor in the amount of people, it's not crazy,
Yeah.
is it?
It's more. Yeah, it's like more
It's out
corporate.
it's out my price
Yeah,
range.
yeah.
It's
I'm
more a
not paying for
corporate
that.
thing, I suppose. I guess it's more
Yeah.
like a company
Yeah.
would pay for it,
Yeah.
wouldn't they?
But yeah, it's
But,
£1 million for 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'd believe that that's $1 million per seat. in the box per year?
I think he might be. I don't know if it's $1 million for just the Super Bowl. I don't know. I'm buying it for that one game.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
I suppose it does say what $1 million gets you at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So I think it might be for that one game, and you could probably fit 20 people in that suite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's for the whole.
20-person
That'll be
suite.
for the whole suite for the Super Bowl.
For 20 people. Yeah, maybe 10,
Probably
10
will
or
be.
20 people.
Yeah, thinking about it, that's probably more because it's the biggest match in the world as well, isn't it? You know, time of the year and everything. So
so say it's 10 people and it's 200k each per.
Yeah.
You know, obviously per person for that suite and everything else. I'm sure you get there.
100 each.
Sorry. Oh yeah. Sorry, 100. I was still thinking of 20. Yeah. Not having a good day. But what else do you think you get? Like, is there a hotel on site? Do you think when you've got a suite?
No, it'd just be for the game, and it'd be probably open a few hours before, stay open a few hours after. All alcohol, food, drink, all F&B will be inclusive.
Yeah. It'd be for a long time, won't it? Because it's like about 4 hours of Super Bowl,
so it'd be open before, so it'd be no tailgate. You just go in there. They'd probably bring in like, I don't know, 3 different types of food during the games.
So you're having a whole day there, do you think? So
it's full day.
Couple of hours before the game. Yep. Game's 4 hours.
Well, I'm going to a box on Wednesday, City, in a box. We get there 3 hours before, right? All beer, wine, spirits, everything's inclusive. Then we get a 3-course dinner.
Yep.
And then it's open for an hour after the game finishes.
Mm-hmm.
So you're there for what? So what's that?
About 6
hours. Yeah,
roundabout.
6 hours.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Trust me, they lose money on our box.
I just
don't know what you mean.
Last time someone had bottles of wine up his sleeve. 3 bottles of wine.
Well,
when you say someone,
it wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Well, as soon as he got in the box that was $1 million, he picked up a bottle of Crown Royal whiskey and just walked off with it. And I know it's not a crazy expensive one. It's like $40 a bottle or something like that. It's not a ridiculous one, but still, that's it'd encourage binge drinking in this country.
You want the money's worth, wouldn't you? It's the best way to watch a game. It really is. It's exceptional to watch a game from a suite or a box, or I don't know whether you go. If you can get the opportunity to go courtside at an NBA game, or you go on the 50-yard line at an NFL game, or you go to wherever in any sport, whatever. If you can watch it in corporate and have that opportunity to go to a bar and just sit down and chill for a bit. Have a few beers or whatever. It's the best way to do it. I don't care what anyone says.
It is good. I've been to one. I've been to one once.
Yeah,
it was the result was shit. He was giving me an earache as well, but
it's windy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's right.
You got me in there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
in that box. Yeah, it was Old Trafford, but the result was terrible. But it's brilliant.
The result was great from what I remember.
But being in for you, but being in there and everything and watching it, it's great. It's a good atmosphere.
I'd imagine
good way to watch
that $1 million box though, or those suites. I'd imagine you're probably rubbing shoulders with people as well. There's an element of
I've seen loads of famous people.
Yeah, so there's an element of like they've shown a few rappers and Paris Hilton and people like that. There's people who don't want to sit in the stands with everyone because they might get mobbed because they're famous rappers or singers.
That's what they're aimed at, isn't it? A lot of it.
They've got the money to go and pay for the suite
precisely. So they pay for the exclusivity and they get left alone. They've got all their crew with them.
A lot of people get invited. A lot of people that's not paid for. A lot of it's invites to get put people in there to say, look who's at the game or whatever it is.
Well, we've seen stuff like that with people we've chatted to, that the deals they get offered on cars and things like that because they're celebrities and stuff, and it's sickening. It really is.
Yeah. But it's nice. That's the way it do.
It's part of the game, isn't it?
To do sport, and that's just like, for me. I don't want to go in the regular season. I don't want to be a dick or anything like, because I do go in the regular season. We go the away games.
You do more than most people. So,
but when I go to the home games, I'm like, I want that little bit more.
Yeah, why not?
Where I don't have to queue for a pint, or
it's a bit more relaxing. And like say,
that's how much you hate queuing.
Yeah.
That's what it actually is.
You
don't want to queue for a beer,
no.
So you'd rather pay loads more and just get your beer brought
the
to
match
you.
is over here. Otherwise, it's just a massive rush, isn't it? Like so you're queuing. That's all you're doing.
You get 2 plastic bottles when you run down with your nuclear hot pie that you've got to shove in your face. Nail 2 bottles at the same time, and you still miss 5 minutes of the.
I missed the goal. I missed the goal the other day. It was only 1-0, and I fucking missed the goal.
Yeah, a stunner as well.
Fucking sat there drinking in the bar. I've still not seen it. Just couldn't be asked going back up.
Yeah, exactly. Proof be needed. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Anyway,
nice.
Great.
I'd love to experience something like that.
I'm definitely going to go.
Yeah.
One day I'll go.
I'm just hoping that we can just keep building and get big enough that someone like Netflix will pay us to go and do something like that.
Someone who watches us might want to invite me over for
us over. Us over.
Sure if we're included in that one, Dave.
I asked first. There can be 3 tickets. If there's only one, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
I've not got a passport, so if they do,
you ain't going.
If they do it within the next month or 2 until I get a passport, then I'm definitely out.
Yeah.
I need a passport.
Yeah, anyway,
great.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers. Guys.